Hey guys, welcome to this 20-minute core workout on the board. I'm Becca Pace. Let's get started. Feet are gonna be about shoulder width distance apart for a quick warm up. Fingers behind the head, elbows wide. We're gonna go into some side body tilts. This is all about the abdominals today. So we wanna start to stimulate and wake them up right out of the gate. A couple more times from side to side. I want you to start to draw your ribs in. Try to pull the bottom rib cage towards your hip. Let's go 4 more times here. Side tilting. 3, 2, 1. As you come back to the center, we're gonna do a little combination here. Walk out plank, into a downward dog, back to your plank, walk back to your toes. You're not gonna stand up. Do it again. Walk out to a plank, shoot your hips up to the sky, plank, walk back. Let's go 3 more times. So we're gonna wake up our shoulders a little bit. We will be on our hands for a significant portion of today's workout, but don't fret because we're only here for 20 minutes, so we can do that. Pike up the hips, shoulders over wrists, bend your knees, walk it back. We're gonna take that one more time. So just kind of feel that out. Feel all the warmth, walk back. And then guys, we're gonna come right into hands and knees. Tuck the toes or flatten out the feet, lift your heart, and then round your spine. 3 more times, little arch and curl, if you will, or a cat-cow stretch. Twice more, breathing in, breathing out. Give me 1 more here. Ground your pointer finger knuckles, thumb knuckles into the ground. And then neutral out your spine, anchor your toes, reach your right arm forward, kick your left leg back, press into your left hand a lot and hold for 3, 2, 1. We're gonna switch. Reach forward, kick back, draw your ribs in, shoulder blades are wide. 3, 2, 1. Just 1 more time. Kick the heel, get a little longer to really drive through that standing hand, flex your back foot. 2, 1. We do that 1 last time. So our bird dog here to kind of wake up the shoulder joint, hips, and of course abdominals. Last one. Bring your hand down, knee down, tuck the toes, lift your hips. We're gonna walk our feet and our hands to meet. And as you roll up, get ready. So grab your booties, and we're not gonna waste any time. You can sit down to slip these over your shoes, or you can stand up and slip them over. Either way, we will meet on the right side of the board. So carefully take a step onto the board with your toes meeting the bumper. First move, we're gonna slow it down, break it down, and get things stimulated, if you will. So arms come up, your hands are going to come to the board or right out in front of it, and I want you to slowly shoot your legs back, bring your toes together, find that plank pose. So we're gonna keep this slow and controlled so we can really focus on all those muscles starting to awaken. So we got our slow-mo burpee here. Feet together, feet separate. I want you to imagine that you are literally moving in slow motion. If somebody slowed down the timer. So you're gonna start to feel inner thighs, feel how your big toe knuckles come towards center, shoulders draw back away from ears, and we kind of wanna present our collarbone away from our nose. So we create some space here. We've got about 15 more seconds. We're gonna go into a second move. Remember, this is all about the core today, you guys. So keep that in mind as we do this 1 more time. All right, plant your palms. Kick your feet back. You're gonna separate them slightly. Now, bring your knees to the backs of your elbows and then shoot your legs back. So I want you to stay kind of streamlined. Knee to the back of the elbow, maybe up to the tricep. So this is where we're gonna get into those hip flexors a little bit. Take your time, slow and steady. Press your knuckles into the ground a lot. We're here for about 10 more seconds. Level out the hips as your heels press back. Let's go 1 more here. And then from this point, just bring your knees down for a moment. Your right foot steps just off of your board. Left hand can be flat. I like to press my knuckle down. Guys, shoot your left leg back, twist your right arm up, and start to bring your back leg in and out. So we get some hip action here. Find rotation. Really drive that knuckle down into the ground. You can take your focus up. You can take your focus down. We're here for 30 seconds. I really want you to create some tension from this line. Create some space. Open up your chest. Really feel that. We're gonna be here for about 20 more seconds. How much can you energize through your fingertips, top hand? How long can you create lines from your left hip to your heel? 10 more seconds. Really start to work. That left leg is starting to feel a little bit more limber, a little longer. Let's go 3 more. 2 more. 1 more time. Carefully bring your toe in, stand up, resume both feet on the board. We're gonna now take it down to our elbows. Bring them to the base of your board, press your palms down, forearms down, and I want you to shoot your legs back and squeeze those inner thighs. With your belly button lifted and your shoulder blades wide, we're gonna slowly take our plank jacks. So we're bringing our pinky toe line to the outer line of our board, and we're drawing back in towards our midline a lot here. So as you're doing this, let's really start to emphasize those inner thighs kind of coming together as one. Your abdominals are not gonna sag down. They're not going to overarch through the lower back. We wanna keep a lot of control here. Palms can be pressed. You can maybe press your fists down, your choice. 20 seconds, again, slow and steady. Keep the groove. Try not to let the shoulder blades collapse inwards, but we wanna create some space. Yo! Feeling the lower abdominals for 20 seconds. Shoulders away from ears. Crown of the head away from heels. 15 seconds here. Slow and steady, winning that race. 10 seconds, keep it up. You got it. Keep breathing. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the next one, you're gonna soften the knees down, shoot the hips back, and take a moment to stretch things out. Hands to the bumper. Toes to the bumper. Stand up, give your hips a little shimmy shake out. We're doing it all again, side number 2. So we start with that slow-mo burpee. I'm gonna give you an option here to progress this. Maybe you add a push-up at the bottom. Depending on where your hand placement is, you might wanna take those hands a little further forward if you're adding a push-up at the bottom. Remember, guys, we're not gonna try to go super fast. We're gonna really try to stabilize and hone in on that full center body. Toes are gonna again come back to that center line, continuing to work the inner thighs. We take a moment at the top to give the shoulders a little breath of fresh air, if you will. 20 more seconds. The push-up is not mandatory, however. It might feel really good to kind of add a little extra something at the bottom for yourselves. Let's go one more time, y'all. Nice. Okay, make your way down. Hanging out here, you're gonna come into that strong plank pose. Your feet are gonna be slightly wider. Fingerprints pressing down a lot. Knees to the back of the tricep. So I want you to keep firm and solid through the upper body. Really think about that open space you're creating in your back. As your knees are slowly coming in, I want you to shoot an exhale between them. Notice what happens when your breath becomes more of a part of this movement. You're gonna really drive it home and start to lift and accentuate those lower abdominals. 30 seconds here, you guys can do this. Keep up the good work. As you level out, again, we want our head to reach away from our heels. Fingerprints and knuckles are doing as much work as the heels of the hands. Feel all the things working. We got our hip flexors coming into the mix here. We've got about 10 more seconds. Focus, steady, breath. Twice more, please. One more time. Carefully for just a moment, set your knees down, bring your left foot forward, and let's get into that second side. So your knuckle can be down or your fist can be flat, your choice. Let's twist the left arm up and begin that single leg pull, in and out. So as you're doing this, you might take note that one side maybe feels more open than the other. You might feel a lot in your legs here. Absolutely you will. We are putting a lot of pressure and energy into that standing foot. So I want you to focus on elevating out of your top arm more. Can you twist and open your top armpit? Can you really drive down into your right hand? Use this as an opportunity to wake up your hips more. 20 seconds. Again, choose where your head feels most comfortable, more natural. I love to look up. It just allows a full corkscrew from the crown of my head to my tailbone. That works best for me. Maybe it's not working best for you today, and that's cool. Choose your focus and give me 2 more. 1 more. We're gonna bring that foot in, stand up carefully, both feet onto the board. We're coming down to both elbows. So as you carefully make your way down, elbows are stacked underneath your shoulders. Kick your heels back, draw your core in, shoulder blades wide. We've got our slow-mo jack in our plank. So as you're moving in slow motion, activate your glutes a little bit more. Be more aware of the power you've got in your lower body. At the same time, we want to keep driving our forearms down so much that we could balance something on our upper back, not pinch it between the shoulder blades. Scoop your belly up, draw your ribs in, give me 30 seconds. You can do it. Big toes, again, are like magnets pulling you towards your midline. You've got 20 seconds here. Keep pressing down, keep pulling in, keep breathing, know your strength, and blast it home. Guys, we got about 10 more seconds. Let's keep it up. 5 seconds, guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You'll carefully drop the knees, kick it on back, and take your child's pose. Great job, y'all. We are over the halfway point. As we make our way into our final section, I want you guys to know your strength, hone in on it, and let's move with precision and accuracy. I'm gonna have you place your hands perhaps on the bumper this time. Shoot your feet back. So you're in a nice high plank. Start with me here, knees to the center. You're gonna be smooth, slow, steady to start. And when you start to get into this, feel a little bit more comfortable with it, you can pick that speed up. Once again, we're gonna keep that same stimulation, focus on the center, find a little groove, jam out in your own head. You got it. 30 seconds to go. That's it, guys. Maybe you close your eyes here. Find your focal point, utilize it, dig deep, push it through 15 seconds. Keep your knees moving, keep your feet light, keep your hands heavy. 10 seconds. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, elbows down. Send your legs back. Drop your thighs to the board. Guys, we're gonna take a little mini up dog here before we get into that next section. So give your abdominals and your hip flexors a chance to kind of open up and lengthen, and then we're gonna move forward from here. A little Sphinx pose, yes? We're staying on our forearms. Pull your knees up, press the elbows down, and now shoot your legs back. I'm gonna ask you guys to once again, squeeze your big toes together. Now, lift from your tailbone like there's a string on it. Drop your forehead down, we pike. You're gonna shoot the heels back, lengthen the body, and this is our next move. Exhale as you pike up. Inhale as you lengthen back. Keep going. So we've got about 30 more seconds, and I want you to really drive that exhale towards your toes. If you can change your focus and actually look back, try it. So we're gonna get into the shoulders, but ideally we want that focus on our lower abdominals. Don't worry about how high your hips are going. This is not about getting them all the way to the sky. It's sort of that illusion there's a string at the ceiling kind of helping to pull your hips up where you eventually want them to go. So guys, 15 seconds here. Let's see if we can get 3 more in. Keep hugging your elbows towards your center. One more time. Once again, knees down, thighs down, chest up. Oh, that feels delightful. So take a little moment there. And now you're gonna just shift yourself just off your board. So go ahead and bring your booty just to the outside. As you roll down, scoot your tailbone as close to the bumper as possible. Guys, your hands are gonna come at a low diagonal, so they're actually pressing you into the floor. From this point, push your hips up, draw your abs in, and singularly shoot your right heel out, pull it back, shoot your left heel out, and as you're doing this, you're gonna always come back and maybe try to bring your heels to the bumper. So you're gonna get a little hamstring curl action going on here. At the tippy top, we pull the ribs closer towards center. We try to bring our belly button down towards our spine. If you're feeling good about this, you can take both heels together. This is definitely gonna work a lot more through the back of the body. That is sometimes an advanced movement that doesn't feel necessarily that great in my body. So doing one or two definitely gives me that opportunity to tap in a little deeper. But this singular leg gets a little stretch of the hip flexor and creates a nice movement in my body. Let's do 4. This is 3, my friends. We've got 2 to go. And then last one coming up here. Really carefully set your hips down. You might want to shimmy backwards a little bit. Bring yourself up to sitting, and we're gonna make our way back to the board down in this position. Hands can be on the board. They can be out in front of it. So this next move, I want you guys to visualize a little kitty cat. What do they do necessarily when they start to wake up their back? They round it. So like we did earlier, you're gonna bring your knees forward, but I want you to push down so you're coming to this rounded position. Legs shoot back, and they're about shoulder distance. Let's do it again. Round out the spine, you're light on your toes. This is gonna get into those upper abdominals a little bit more. So we wanna shoot that exhale between the thighs. And if you can, change your focal point. Let your head drop. Let your neck get longer. Let your back muscles open. We're here for 5 more. Let's do 4. Work into the breathing. Tuck your tailbone between your knees. 2. One more time like this. Great job. Once again, knees down, thighs down, elbows outside of the board, and we press up. Nice little Sphinx or up dog here to kind of release. We're going into our finale of all finales. Not really, it's just one more move. So back to your hands one more time. Press them down a lot. We're gonna do a combination. Legs shoot back. We start through the center. Single knee, right, left, diagonal. Do that one more time for me. Single knee, right, left, diagonal. We're gonna add a little pike here. Go single center, diagonal, and now pike your hips up, slow. Ooh. Send it back. We're gonna do that 2 more rounds. Single knee center. Diagonal. Slow pike up. Send it back. 2 more. Single center. Diagonal, feeling that burn. Slow pike up. Slow, steady back. Last time, single center. Diagonal. Last pike, send it back, drop the knees, drop it on down, elbows down, chest up. Take a stretch here, elongate the legs, the torso, and draw your belly button towards your spine. This feels so good. Stay for one more breath. I'm gonna have you guys just bring your knees beneath you. You can slide just off of your board. Remove your booties just for the sake of having some leverage here. And then from this posture, guys, you're just gonna take your legs out, little straddle position, and then just come on over for a side body bend. This is gonna open up that entire left side, really work some breath into it, release, other side, open up, lengthen, release, and breathe, of course. You got it, guys. So from here, we'll come up to center, bring your knees beneath you. From this point, you're gonna come to an upright kneeling position. You've got options. Flex your feet for a little height. Otherwise, you can keep them pressing down. I'm gonna come to this position. Right hand to right heel. We're gonna press back, open up. Nice little camel stretch here for the front body. Really work through the breath. I'm gonna have you guys circle the left arm forward and down. Stay here, release your back. And then we'll make our way up to kneeling. Left hand to left heel, right arm back. We're gonna push the hips forward and rotate the left shoulder open. So it's not a back bend necessarily. Want to create a little bit of tension, breathe, feel that left side. And then one more time, we'll swoop the right arm down and across. This time you can release your toes, lift your ribs, drop your head. And then from here, guys, come to either kneeling or cross-legged or however. I'm gonna do one of these cool statures, because why not? Bring your hands together because you did it. That is our 20-minute core on the board. Oh my gosh, I need like a massage in this whole area. Well done. I can't wait to see you guys back here next time. Again, I'm Becca Pace signing off. Until then, see you later.